Your identity is one of the key or a major factor in life. Your identity, who you are, what you are, what do people know you for? Are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? Are you a handsome? Are you a bad looking? That is what people will know you for. Your identity define you. Your identity speak a lot about you. Italian football is sinking. Italy national team is struggling. The Italy team we know in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s are no more the Italy team we know. Why is it so? Why are they struggling? Why is the Italian national team sinking? The Italian national team is sinking. Why are they sinking? It's simple. The answer is simple. They are sinking because they have lost their identity. They have lost their identity. When you mention Italy, when you mention Germany, when you mention Brazil, when you mention Spain, when you mention England, they all have their identity. They all have their style of play. When you mention Spain, Spain is all about the possessive football, the tiki-taka. When you mention the Brazil, Brazil is all about the jogo bonito, I mean the beautiful football. When you mention the Germany, the efficiency and the effectiveness is there. When you mention France, France is all about the counter-attacking. When you mention Italy, Italy is all about the defending, the catenaccio, the proper definition of catenaccio. The Italian team, they have lost their identity because they have forget their way, they have forget their style of play. They are now following the modern style of play, meaning the possessing football. They always decide to go the modern way of football, which is very, very bad. That is why they are struggling because they wanted to copy people. That's not your culture. That is not what you are meant for. That is what people know. That is not your asset. That is not what you are good at. You are not good in possession. You are not good in playing possession, playing the beautiful football. All we all know the Italy for is that Italians are good in defending. They are good in defending the low blow, the catenaccio. But recently, currently, no. Can you mention? Can you talk about the same as the Italian national team? No, the Italian national team is struggling because they have lost their identity. They don't defend anymore. They also want to play the beautiful football. Fuck the beautiful football, forgive my language. The modern way football. Me, I'm a student of Catenaccio. I am a student of Catenaccio. I believe in defending. I believe in defending. Defend, that's what you are stand for. So Italy, they have lost their identity. It's time they go back to their identity. They have to learn. They have to go to the drawing board. That no, it's not like there is something is wrong with us, and what is wrong with is that we have lost our identity. We have lost our identity. The defending that people know us for, we don't know how to defend anymore. Look at Bazaghi, look at Cellini, look at Bonucci, look at Fabio Cannavaro, Alonso. They have a lot of good defenders. But currently, who can you mention? You cannot boast of Bastoni. Even Bastoni cannot even defend. Gone with the day Cellini and Co, they were dying for the national team. They were defending Cannavaro and Co. They were defending Cannavaro won the 2006 World Cup. They defended so they played their style. They are really defend the Catenaccio way, the defending way. You have to take our way. We don't forget about the playing the beautiful football. But currently the story is different. Italy national team also want to play the possessing football. That's the one factor, the major factor worry affecting the Italy national team, that they have lost their identity. Another major factor facing the Italy national team, that they have players, they have lack of players. When you check Juventus, when you check Inter Milan, when you check Napoli, when you check AC Milan, you just go and check the serving system in the Italian national in the Italian sorry, the Italian league. Juventus, go and check their players. The number of local players or the homegrown players that Juventus is currently performing well. You take Inter Milan, of course. Lautaro Martinez is an Argentine. Their top top striker. They are two top strikers. They are the foreign players. They have a foreign goalkeeper. They have a foreign player. Look at the kind of the number of players dominating in the Inter Milan team. Juventus the same. Napoli won the league currently, but their best players are foreigners. Where are the local players? Where are the homegrown players? The national team is struggling because if you perform as a national team, to be able to perform as a national team, you have to have your players who are playing regular, who are performing in their league. Can you talk about this? Can you talk the same thing about the international team? No. Where are the players anymore? No, they don't have the quality players anymore. When you don't have the quality players playing your league, you will struggle as a nation. You will find it difficult to play as a nation. That's another major reason why Italy national team is struggling. The national team is sinking. The national team is sinking. The third major factor facing the Italy national team is that the nature of the league. The nature of the league is less competitive. The league is less competitive. Yeah, the league is competitive, but if your league is competitive, you have to transform the same performance you are having in the domestic league to Europe. Antonio Conte won the league with Juventus. He was not able to transfer the performance he did with Juventus when he came to the champion, when he came to Europe. Look at what Inter Milan is doing. Look at what Juventus, upon Juventus winning the Scudetto on a 3-time consecutive. When they came to Europe, they flopped. Yes, I agree. They went to 2 Champions League finals, but they lost. But that's not the ultimate. Winning the ultimate is the last time Italy team won the Champions League. The last time Italy team won the champion, that was 2010. Inter Milan, I was under who? Jose Mourinho. The nature of the league is less competitive. The league is less competitive. When you don't have a competitive league, you will struggle as a national team because your players have to be competitive. You have to play in a competitive league. When you come to the national team, you are able to perform. But when you watch the Italy, they're less competitive. The league is less competitive. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If today is your first time watching this video, welcome to Focus Sports TV on YouTube. The Italy national team is sinking. I'm worried as a international fan. I'm a fan of the Italian football. I have studied, I'm a student of Italy. I have learned from their coaches. But currently, no, the team is sinking. They have to revive. They have to go back to the drawing board. They have to realize their mistake. They have to focus their own and their identity. The club failing to perform in Europe is also worrying them. It's affecting their performance in the national team. Because when you are playing in a league and your club is not performing well in Europe, it will affect the national team. Let's take example. Germany won the league. Germany won the World Cup 2014. Look at the performance of Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Bayern Munich and Dortmund in the Champions League. Look at how they perform well in the Champions League. When Germany won the World Cup in Brazil 2024. Look at the number of players from the Germany national team. Dortmund and the 90% of their players are from Bayern Munich and Dortmund, and it helped the team to perform when they just ended the 2014 World Cup. Let's go to Spain. When Spain won the World Cup in 2010, look at their players, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Barcelona won the Champions League in 2009. Barcelona won the Champions League in 2009. So when Barca won the Champions League, they transferred the same player, the same performance, the same energy to 2010 World Cup, and they won the World Cup. They won the World Cup. So if your club are failing to perform in Europe, it will affect you as a national team. Yes, you can mention of France. You can give, and that's the French league is less competitive. Like France are winning the champion. Yes, they won the World Cup. They won the champion because they have stick to their identity. They have stick to their identity. But the story is different when you come to Italy national team. Let's go back to 2006 when Italy won the Champions League. Sorry, when Italy won the World Cup. Let's go back to 2005. 2005, Inter Milan was performing. There was Inter Milan, sorry, AC Milan was playing in the Champions League final. Yes, they lost to Liverpool, but they were playing well in the Champions. So they have transformed the same performance from the league to the World Cup. They won the World Cup 2006. I've given you three examples: Germany, Spain, Italy. They won the time their club were performing in Europe. They won the World Cup. So why is that? When your club is not performing, you struggle as a nation. Your local club are not performing well in Europe or a continental tournament. You struggle as a national team. The last factor why the Italy team is struggling is that they don't have the great coaches anymore. Yes, Antonio Conte is there, Massimiliano Allegri is there, Simeone Inzaghi is there, Luciano Spalletti is there. But ask yourself the simple question: all the coaches that I have mentioned, how many of them have won the Champions League? You can do mention of Carlo Ancelotti. Apart from Ancelotti, Carlo Ancelotti is not even playing playing in the Italy, the Serie A. He's playing in Spain, so he's foreigner. He's coaching in the foreign land. If you don't have a good coaches who will teach the players how to play, who will teach them their identity, when they go to the national team, they will struggle. The team is sick. It's time the 18 national team, the football federation have to sit up that they have to they have to come back to the heart. Their identity. What is our identity? Our identity is defending. Our identity is Catanaccio. Yes, I know that you see that Italy just won the Euros. Yes, they won the Euros. When you mention Brazil, the second most successful team together with Germany is Italy when it comes to the national team winning the World Cup. So I know Italy. So when Italy team is sinking, I'm worried as a student. Italy have to go back to their identity. What is your identity? Your identity is that the Catanaccio, the beautiful football. They don't have the quality players anymore. Well, guys, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.